We're live. Nice. I would just love to confirm that. My secondary. We got the wrong video resolution, it's telling me. That's alright. Gonna figure this out. You guys, we're seeing it. We're up. We're in. But on Twitch, we're posted as playing freaking Dead Watch right now. What the hell's the name of this game? I don't know. Deadlock. That's right, Deadlock. Oh, we're not doing this right now. We're doing stonks, baby. Oh, stonks. Just gotta change our title here and our. Alright, we'll switch that up. Should be good. Be good. Our Twitch is locked. We're on the road to our bit rate. Getting everything ironed out here. Sure, it's not the most entertaining thing right now. We're not even getting a stream preview. Oh, what are you? It's actually the answer. Alright, guys. So, got a whole different thing set up. Apologize for my hiatus for the past like year. We've been MIA and things have been developing quite a lot. Procrastination, that's for sure. Got a lot of that, but a lot of health stuff out of the way. Ended up getting laser eye vision, got stem cells, we got a bunch of things sorted out that we really needed to basically lock away. Now, I have been trading since I'm probably like 20 years old, but I never really traded much, never had much money in my accounts, and I never took it too seriously, you know? But as of about 2018, started to really get involved and invested with the market because I seen a lot of potential for myself. And I wanted to see how I could do, you know, playing around with the market. So, as a humble trader, just putting in maybe a few hundred in my account every year, you know. I only started with like $1,000, maybe $2,000 in my account. And it was always, you know, kind of when I had the extra time, I would get into it. But as time went on, we realized that there's really quite a lot that can be done in the stock market with very little. You just have to keep an eye on things and have the time for it. Do your research, do your due diligence, that's for sure. And yeah, we've slowly made progress. I built my account up from like $2,000 all the way to, you know, almost $20,000. And it's something that I think a lot of people is very intimidating, the market. There's a lot going on. I mean, you look at this screen I'm showing you and it's like, what the hell is going on here? There's just so much. And, you know, especially if you're coming in from zero, it's not to say that everything can be explained and you're gonna, you know, get it on the first try. These things are something that me personally, I've always just did what I know with the market. And, you know, I looked at the small amounts building up. You know, I'm not looking to take a huge risk in the market, at least when I was starting out. Not looking to take a risk, I'm looking to understand it, you know? So you really don't want to do anything that's over your head, because then you're looking for problems. But let's jump to today. Today and yesterday are very tricky days for the market, because there's things that are going up, there's things that are going down. At least in my portfolio here, there's about 50 different stocks that I'm trading this year, and that's through slow accumulation. I haven't ever traded anything that I don't fully investigate and learn about prior to how it trades. I don't get into anything without some prior involvement, prior research, looking at all these, you know? And recently for me, I know the market for the most part has been up, but when I'm looking at my account, you know, we had some huge dips this morning. I was actually down, the account was down $300 this morning, and I was reading a lot of these signals. Usually I'm the type of person to get in when it's like something is dying, like this. You know, we got these two down here, which you could tell I bought. I still can't resist a knife dropping. I love to grab falling knives. But I highly would not recommend doing that. It's just something I'm stress testing over here. I'm doing my own personal stress test to see how my intuition holds up against everything. So, you know, here's a good example of Rocket Lab, you know, tanking today and yesterday. It actually went down yesterday to like around here, and I was thinking to get in, but I was like, you know how many times this has happened to me where you jump in, you think you're gonna catch a falling knife, and it's just not the case. It keeps going, baby, and your hand's bleeding, you're losing money, you're losing blood, it's not good. Sometimes like that, you know, it's funny. You can get very excited and be like, oh my god, it's down a lot, you know what I mean? But then if you pull back, you're like, relatively so. Not really the case there, you know? So, in general, you're going to have your safety lines, your support lines, which are pretty much like an average of the top for the most part, you know what I mean? Like through here is your support line, pretty much, and that's exactly where it's kind of staying supported at right now. And it's fighting to break through here. So, this is something I got into because I know that Rocket Lab's going to pull up. I know that for sure. But, do not advise anybody to do the same here. This is a big risk I'm taking. But, you know, we already got in a little bit. Yeah, I think that was yesterday. And still falling. So this is what I'm trying to avoid. Because as of the last few months, I mean, as you can see, account is doing okay. We're doing pretty well for ourselves. But there could have been, you know, coulda, woulda, shoulda. There's a lot more moments where you're like, damn, I could have gotten even lower, you know? And so I don't like doing that because you keep chasing the tail, and it's like, obviously the thing's going down for a reason, right? So now why are you chasing it? And then if you are going to be the type of person to hold out, now you got all your money locked up, the market's going down, you have nothing to play with. So this is a fool's errand. So today and yesterday were perfect test grounds, being that the market has been up generally. It's been up quite a lot. And I was looking to get in more in the middle, because, you know, these things fight in the middle. They go down a little bit, they go up. So today was more about trying to get in the middle here. Things were just about starting to either go down or turn around a little bit, fighting one way or the other. And we managed to pull out quite a bit. The account was down 300 today. We're up 133 right now. And much to do with the few things that I grabbed today. Not SMR, although SMR is still fighting. Still fighting around where I bought it. But qubits, QQQ, these were all going down and not really going up too much. As you can see, we're doing very well on that. And that is as of today. I would sell this, but right now we're 3 of 3 on our day trades. So we can't even sell. We cannot get out. QQQ, doing all right. HRS, this was, I think we had gotten rid of this earlier. Yeah, we got out. Feel like that's going to start pulling back. Again, I don't recommend anybody to do these things, but it's good to test your intuition and see how you hold up and really see what you need to tune about your own senses, where you might be off. Because that's pretty much the way I play it. I'm not no technical trader. I'm not gonna be doing iron condors, catching flip drips on the side when the thing goes lateral with the left hook. Like, I'm not doing all these technical things. I am a momentum trader. I'm a vibe trader. We're looking at the dailies. We're seeing what's going on in everything around us. We're moving with the market. So this is something that I feel like everybody can approach, because you're given all the information that you need to know in everything you're looking at. So my first thing that I do when I get on is start to look through my positions, see what's up, what's down. Probably something like this. BBAI, AREC today, they've been up a lot. They went up a little bit. They were at like 575, but it's still going up, as you can see. I was looking to get in, but I said, you know what, that's still too big of a risk. I'm not going to play around with that. You got the same thing over here with AREC. Going down a little bit, still pulling back though, pulling back, and then pulling back up. So, I'm not too sure what these are going to do. I feel like they're definitely going to go down a little bit more. At least that's my speculation. Do not do as I say. Do not do anything that I do. I am terrible. I am absolutely terrible. I only have about a 30 to 50% realized profit margin so far on my account. But either way, this is all stuff that I know. These are things that I am very familiar with. Stocks I'm very familiar with. I know what's going on here. So we tried to make some executive decisions today, and we pulled around, and I am very proud of myself. I have to say, I don't really like to gloat, but I was just very surprised that, like, for example, if I try to close this out, we'll be flagged as a day trader. We just got out of this today, and I was like, dude, it's gonna keep going up. So I bought more. I believe Oust, same situation. Oh no, maybe not. We were holding Oust. Oust, you know, we don't know what's gonna happen with that. Oklo, today, got in. That was something I just got out of. A lot of these were in the middle, and then they took themselves up a lot. So that's what I mean. Sometimes when you're looking for things that are down, might be better to play around in the middle. LAC, no, that's big XOM. Bought a few of these, and yeah, it kind of saved me from today. We got back our realized gains, but my mission here is just to kind of show you guys how easy this is. I'm on a limited income. There's only so much I can make every year. And the stock market allows me an extreme amount of levity to really capitalize on some gains. You know what I mean? Make some capital gains up in this joint. So, you're talking about year to date. And I am not that good. I don't know technicals. I'm like basically trading with what you see here. The only other resources is Yahoo Finance. The statistic page, very important. Pretty much everything in this trading information, financial highlights, trading information, are like so much information there. Especially this right here. Share statistics. Quite a lot of information. that as somebody with junior level knowledge, you can really make quite some assumptions with this, and at least, you know, use that to further enhance your data and your decision making. Percent held by institutions and insiders. This used to be one of the first things I would go off of when I'm looking into a stock is, are people interested in this? And especially the institutions, there's often a very good reason for it. Now, the only thing you have to keep in mind with percent, you know, ownership by institution or insiders is that there could be some of this is included of the shares short. So, you know, you want to understand a little bit more about that, of course. But yeah, all this is super critical. Between this information right here and then what you're looking at in the RSI and the MACD, those three will provide you a wealth of knowledge that can take you on, you know, some serious gains. You can really do very well using those pieces of information. Relative strength index with our RSI, basically telling you how it's doing in the market. Are people buying it or people selling it? Now, when it hits the 30 and the 70, respectively, that is either telling you it's oversold or overbought. So you got oversold at 30, overbought at 70. So those are the two lines you really want to keep an eye out for, and staying within the middle margin here usually means that momentum is keeping up. And our moving average down here, you've got, I'm still not, like, this is what I mean, I don't even know 100% some of these things. My intuition leads me well so far. But we've got, you know, the blue, which is your estimated, how things are moving, where they expect to go, at least the bottom. And you've got the actual with the orange. And I believe the red is volume. So that's kind of telling you a lot relative to the RSI, how things are swinging around. And very similar here when you're getting up to 0.7, when you're banking out at 0. That's pretty much your lines respective to the RSI that you want to watch out for. And the dips, the crossover points, those are huge markers that things are going to flip in some way. And as we go down this path to day trading, see, I'm a day trader, which means you're looking for short-term, you know, small gains. Could be big, that's always nice, but you're looking for small gains. And that's the way I built these accounts, is small gains. We're talking about $2,000 to almost 20K. It's something that you can do, because I know I've done it, and I did it one trade at a time. It's making 10, 20 bucks. But you do 10, 20 bucks every day, multiple times a day. Yes, you're not making a lot percentage-wise, but I'm not looking for percent sells here. I'm not looking for my big percentage gains. I'm looking to sell, make some money when I'm up, and get out before it starts going down again, and I pick it up when it goes down and it looks like it's stabilized. That is my fundamental strategy. Buy low, sell high. We want undervalued stocks. That's what I look for. I look for stocks that are stable and undervalued, and I bet on them, you know. That's the way I do it. I do not recommend anybody do anything like this, especially starting out. It's just something that I know. I like to limit test. I like to stress test myself. I feel like I have a good intuition, and you know, you correct your own intuition and you build this up over time till you're at a point where you get to 25,000. I believe it's 25,000 in the account, and then you're allowed to day trade. So now, it used to be 6 day trades that you were given. Then it went down to 3. And who knows, before, you know, then another 5 years, we're going to be down to 1 day trade a week that you're able to do, which is really the little man. The little man wants to day trade. because you can build up a lot by making small little clicks here and there. This is unusual what you're seeing here. This is extremely unusual. This would be maybe 10, 20, 50 bucks, you know, on some of these, and I would be selling. But right now, I feel like these are good holds for right now. So that is what I will be doing with these. Maybe we'll see some of these, but the ones I really want to get out of will get flagged as a day trader. So, but you know, maybe one or two of these will get out. But the way everything's looking here, we got a lot of momentum. Things are moving, and it would probably be safe for me to get out, but that's not what I'm doing right now. That's not what I'm doing. We're limit testing once again. This is a new thing that I'm doing, where I'm trying to get in the middle. I'm not going to buy things that are super down unless it's just clear that it's about to turn around. You know, like Rocket Lab, SMR. SMR is probably going to be turning around. That's my thing. That's my observation. I do not recommend that you feel the same, because I'm probably going to be wrong here. I think it's going to keep going down. But we're right at that point where it's fighting. It's fighting. And that's the way this has been all day, except we pulled this from a 300 negative today to a positive 67. We did a little bit realized. And let's not forget, I am trading more than one account here. We have joint, traditional, Roth, and I'm trading on all of them. The traditional is the only thing I'm really just sitting on it for right now. And, you know, but look at that. You take your little gains every day, a little bit, and, you know, this is what you're walking away with. That little bit adds up for sure. And you could be making a lot of moves, especially when you're on a limited income. If you have unlimited time, or a lot of it, to watch the market and get involved with the market, I think it's a great thing to do. And you will not regret it, because this is something that anybody can do, even if you're working, even if, you know, you're away. This is all stuff that is great to be making a passive income. And, you know, a lot of things that can save you with taxes. You know, this is money you're gonna have to pay, but it's also write-offs. It's also things that can help you out year to year. So it's worthy for investment, I would say. But with the wife coming in, now is a good time to say goodbye, everybody. And we will be continuing with our journey. You all take care. May your blessings and your troubles, may your blessings be more, your troubles be less. Nothing but happiness come through your door. Take care.